Stop number 3 on the Dr. Pepper Xfinity Series brings us to Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the running of the Samstown 300. I'm James Qualls along with Kyle Matthews here, and saw a good race in the Dr. Pepper Cup Series race. So let's see what do you think this high revving V6s of our Xfinity Series will do here?
Well, it should be. I expect it to be very similar to the Cup race. It was very competitive, as we saw a lot of lead changes, and I expect to see a lot of the same thing today with these Xfinity cars.
Absolutely right, though. As you see here, Leia Walker on the pole at a speed of 187 miles an hour. She is currently in the, I'm trying to look here, 29th spot in the points chase. Jeffrey Finguy holds the lead right now by 2 over Jessica Shelton coming into this race, and they both start about middle of the back of the pack. So it'll be interesting to see how they'll work their way up. There, alongside of Leia Walker will be Jeffrey Finguy. In fact, the man who comes in this race up there in the points chase in the Stanley Tools Lumina number 92. Row number 2 has Robbie Bogues in the 17 Western Auto Chevrolet, and beside him Joshua Osborne in number 63 Nescafe Nestea Pontiac. Then it's Peyton Beasley, the number 15 Exxon Chevrolet, and beside her the number 4 Kodak Film Chevrolet of Stephanie Gardner. She'll be alongside. Then it's the Black Flag French's Mustard Tony 43 Pontiac of Tony Green, and beside him is Nick Pericles, the 31 Channelog Oldsmobile. Then it's the Rose's Buick, and in the inside is Kayla Smith in the 5th row, and beside her it's going to be Blaine Sexton in the Ed Ferre Racing Buick. He has alongside. Kev Shearer, the number 75 Food Country Oldsmobile, has the inside of the next row, and beside him, Marty Johnson, the number 20 Phenolube Ford, or Chevrolet, excuse me. The Cheerwine Ford has Zach Flickinger as the inside of the next row, and beside him, the FDP Brakes Chevrolet, number 9 of Linda Acabito. Then it's Jonathan Zorlin, the number 40 Purex Style Ford, and beside him, number 51 Course Extra Gold Oldsmobile of JT Bryant. Zach Rogers in a GM Goodwrench Chevrolet car number 3 has the inside of the next row, and Dalton Day in the number 25 Oldsmobile, still unsponsored, but so far a solid season so far at their first 2. The new look on the Detroit gasket machine is a Chevrolet here debuted this weekend of Cody Lamas, one of the couple of debuts we got here today. And beside another debut, Dougie Shears also in the Chevrolet with the Alliance Truck Parts 59. That's the number 1 Carolina Ford dealers Ford of John Arndt, and will be alongside the other DuPont machine, the number 2 DuPont Chevrolet of Dylan Young. Then it's the MW Windows Chevy Lumina number 14 of Benjamin Miles, and new sponsorship on the Chevrolet. It's Austin LaPlante, number 24 Pepsi Chevrolet. Hendrick Motorsports and Jeff Gordon owns that machine too. We'll see. Interesting to see how that car does today. Then it's Grayson Acabito, the number 7 Skull Bandit Buick, and Jessica Shelton second in points, number 11 Budweiser Chevrolet. Ford. Excuse me. Thank you. Then it's Johnny Gardner, the number 44 Firecracker Penrose Oldsmobile, and the number 52 AC Delco Chevrolet for NRSL Motorsports. It's Seth Cole alongside. Then it's the Dentine Chevrolet number 87 of Jared Holmes. He has the inside row, and beside him, number 55 Luxair Heating and Air Conditioning Ford of Joshua Balkowitz alongside. And here comes the command to fire the engines here at Las Vegas. Man's giving the fire the engines. We guess have a racing here today. Dylan Hughes and Nathan Hudson have the next row down, Pontiac and Buick. And you see Dylan Thoreau in the 46, and alongside of him, it's Madeline Beasley. That's Peyton's sibling, per se, alongside. So, field get around their way through 3rd and 4th turns. We saw a good race in the Dr. Pepper Cup Series event, and as Kyle said, we'll be interested to see how these Xfinity cars will do here today as the field comes out of corner number 4. Pace car is on the pit road. Time to cinch those belts one more time. And now green flag waves, and we are underway here at Las Vegas. And nobody jumping down in front right here. Leia Walker with a slight advantage as they come out of turn number 2 with Jeffrey Finguy outside. Here comes Robbie Bogues in 17. And he's got Peyton Beasley now going to the inside. They're going to go 3 wide already for the second spot.
That did not take long at all. Got the 17 in the middle. Not a real comfortable place to be here.
About caught in a sucker hole as Beasley goes to the inside as Leia Walker leads the first lap of the race. But Peyton Beasley, here he is making his way through the lead already with Tony Green shoving him.
17 car still in the middle here. Just waiting for a line to open up here.
Might see that we're gonna see that a lot here today, and with these cars though, because we saw in the Cup race it was 3 wide all the way, and here these Busch Series cars are not screwing around here today neither, as we mentioned here. And Kev Shear already from about, what was it, 12th starting spot to the second spot, going for the lead now at the 21 is Zach Flickinger shoving him, and Zach Rogers already is making his way to the top 10.
And Rogers going for the sweep here, got it done in the Cup race.
And he's one of our cars with the in-car cameras here today. Riding along with Zach Rogers, and right there behind the car, Jonathan Zorlin. Last lap 189 miles an hour out of these V6 machines.
You know, the racing was very similar in the Cup race, and it was surprisingly clean. The only caution that we had was because of a car that stalled, right after green flag pit stops. But other than that, they were able to keep it together and put on a really good show.
They sure are. Cody Lamas making his way to the second position as Zach Rogers goes to the lead in cars in the Dale Earnhardt Special. And good start here for the season for him. And here comes Lamas, car 72, in the new Detroit Gasket Chevrolet. Some of these Chevy teams are going to be kind of alternating between Chevrolet and Oldsmobile. Teams like Lamas' team, as well as the 59 team of Dougie Shears. They got kind of Oldsmobiles as backup cars in case one of their Chevrolets gets wiped out in practice.
Very interesting alliance there with the two manufacturers.
Well, they're both GM, so it's pretty workable. Here comes Benjamin Miles, number 14 to the inside. He's going to take the lead. Grayson Acabito and number 7 Skull Bandit Buick to the inside. He'll try to go for the lead with Johnny Gardner shoving him in the 44. And 3 wide, Jared Holmes, and I'm surprised Robbie Bogues is still right up there in the field, though, still caught in the sucker hole.
Yeah, doing a great job. I mean, you'd think he would have fallen back a lot farther than that, but he's just looking for a place to open up in line here on the bottom.
Battery may have found a groove in the middle that he's kind of keeping himself in the top 10, if at all possible.
Something's working for him, that's for sure.
But anyway, Grayson Acabito has the lead. Here comes Dylan Thoreau in 46 to the inside with Keith Batson 28 shoving him.
Batson started deep in the field. He's already made his way up there. It's an impressive run.
Nice shot of the digger cam coming out of turn number 2. Batson, a die-hard Ford campaigner, has got that Mac Tools car working pretty well right now in the early going here, as we're already working on the 8th lap here, and now Robbie Bogues finally gets out of the sucker hole to the inside. Now Dylan Hughes for the 3rd spot. But Hughes is now shoved up high. Dylan Thoreau trying to push him, and Batson meanwhile trying to go for that number 5 spot. Check on the points battles here. We mentioned Jeffrey Finguy is actually the point leader in number 55 or number 92 rather. He has already fallen back. Way back I should say, in the 92 car. He's already back to 30th spot.
Finguy started in the 2nd position, and on the outside line hasn't gotten anything going yet so far.
To make matters worse for him, 2nd in points, Jessica Shelton about to go to the inside of him for position 2 in the Budweiser Ford, driving for Bill Elliott Racing. On board with Shelton. And apparently thought she got too close to Blaine Sexton in 49 and had to back off the throttle a little bit.
Jessica, the reigning Castrol GTX Cup Series champion here, trying to go for another title here in the Xfinity Series.
And she'll be driving the number 9 Dodge dealers Dodge in season 15 for that series too, and which by the way I'll be taking the reins myself, by the way, too. With Johnny having problems with his Skype, so we worked that deal out. He's in as well, but Blaine Sexton now making his way to the inside of Zach Rogers. He's falling back after briefly having the lead in the early going too.
We are closing in on the halfway mark. This race has flown by here already. Lap number 12 coming to lap 13, so...
And there's Rockingham winner Austin LaPlante. He had high hopes for the fact that he's merged with Hendrick Motorsports and Jeff Gordon for the Pepsi ride, but not very well here at Las Vegas right now in 40th position.
Good looking car too. Love that Pepsi look. Back to the kind of a unique paint scheme. A lot of these are from the early to mid 90s. This was actually late 90s, early 2000s for this paint scheme. Interested to see that on an old body style like that.
Yep. Pure blue is what it is right here at over 190 miles an hour on this racetrack here, and well-deserved sponsorship as well, though, and a step up for LaPlante, who ran the first 2 races unsponsored and in a Ford for that fact too, but he's ditched that Ford and now moves to Chevrolet. Here comes, oh my gosh, 3 wide, 2 rows deep. Here comes Leon the Acabito in the Mike Wallace special.
Mike Becker, the Daytona winner up here. Got Seth Cole in the 52. He's worked his way up to the front.
Daytona 500 champ in the Dr. Pepper Cup Series. Seth giving the NRSL Motorsports Ken Schrader special a fine ride here today.
Good looking paint scheme on that 52. Like the red, white, and blue colors.
Exactly, and the 23 car, Henry Sanford, that's another debut car, the Harris Teeter machine, new sponsorship from that team. And he's got a Buick for a backup ride as well. So a Buick and a Ford, that's another kind of oddball combination.
Absolutely. Another car that's worked his way up there is Dylan Young, a guy who's just been on fire so far in the Dr. Pepper Cup Series. Won at Rockingham, finished second. In the Cup race yesterday. Third points leader over there.
And that team also gets kind of help from Hendrick Motorsports as well with the two car with DuPont as a sponsor now on that machine. A nice, I tell you that might look good for a Gen 6 Cup scheme too.
Absolutely, be a nice retro special.
Might have 2 Jeff Gordon schemes in there possibly as well, maybe if at all possible. Madeline Beasley, number 08, and another unsponsored car. Her Buick. She takes her Buick up to the number 3 spot, passing Seth Cole, Nathan Hudson up there in 27. Another one of the veterans in NRSL. And boy, look who's come to dinner. We talked about her being way back in the back. Jessica Shelton already up to the top 10.
I was surprised to see that 11 car up there. She got on an inside line and started to move up. Now, one thing I'm concerned with right now, you see the race leader has jumped up to a little bit of a lead. Everybody else is battling for the second position. They need to quit running, quit trying to race for second if they want to catch Joshua Osborne. If they keep running like that, he's going to pull away and win this thing.
Osborne looking at his rear mirror saying, "I'm loving it, guys. Keep battling back. I'm going to take off and win this thing."
Absolutely.
And he has got 9 laps to try to hold them all off, though. But he also knows that sooner or later they will line right back up and close in on him. And already Blaine Sexton, with the help of Jessica Shelton, already closing in on Osborne. They got the tandem draft going for them.
That's going to be good for them right there. If they can just stay in line, they'll catch that. They'll catch Osborne, but
Shelton, she also may be your new points leader coming out of Vegas too, with Jeffrey Finguy. I think still back. Let's see where he's at right now. Number 92, he's still back in the back. Finguy in a Stanley Tool Special, number 92. He's on the inside of Kev Scheer for position, and Austin LaPlante as well in 24. Finguy clocked in the 26th position right now. Johnny Gardner holding the rear right now, as right now we may have a battle of red cars if Shelton can get by Nathan Hudson.
Well, they had caught Osborne. Shelton, I think it was Hudson that was working together, but now they're battling for second once again. Osborne's going to pull away.
But thanks to the help of the blue car, Dalton Day, that's put Hudson in second. Dalton's going to go for second now. He's saying, I want to win this race. But they also know better know they're also running out of time. It'll be 5 laps to go this time by.
Yeah, Joshua Osborne loving what he's seeing right now.
But he's not going to like the side of Nathan Hudson up on his back bumper neither. Because Nathan is coming up quick.
That's not a really good car in the cup race. There he led the most laps of that thing and was actually like Osborne. To where he was able to pull away and actually lead a bunch of laps of that until green flag pit stops got in the way.
He hopes that does not happen again, but Dalton Day saying, I want to catch this guy and win this race here. And Jared Holmes kind of helping him. No, Holmes is going to go to the inside meter. It's a battle for everywhere except first at the moment.
Another car I see sneaking up there. Zach Rogers trying to go for the weekend sweep here. Putting himself in position here in the closing stages.
He is indeed, though, going underneath Dougie Shears, and he's now pushing Joshua Balkowitz and Jared Holmes at the moment in the 87, driving for Nemco Motorsports. But boy, look at Dalton Day, though. He's coming up on Osborne.
Oh, this is getting good here.
3 laps to go. Can he get enough of a draft, though, to pull up on the back bumper of that Pontiac?
Battle for third position. That's going to help out Dalton Day right there. Couple of the Castrol GTX Cup Series veterans going at it here.
We'll check the speeds this time by as they come for 2 laps to go. Osborne's lap 1:89.29, but Dalton Day at 1:89.52. But now does he have the power to get up on the inside? As he knows the white flag will be this time by. Joshua Osborne looking for his first win of the season. He comes into this race in the 7th spot in the points chase, so he's up in the top 10 right now. The white flag will be waving 1 lap to go in the Samstown 300. And what's been a tremendous race here today in the Xfinity Series, Zach Rogers moving to 3rd position now with Nathan Hudson in 4th. They might get Dalton Day for 2nd.
Here he goes, looking to the inside here. That might just be all she wrote right there in terms of the race win here.
It is indeed. And here they come. Rogers gets Day for 2nd, but the Day belongs to Joshua Osborne. He wins the Samstown 300 as he takes the Chuck Bound car to victory lane here today.
Impressive run right there. He'll be able to hold everybody off lead as many laps as he was able to.
Kind of waiting for somebody to make the move to the inside, but alas, it did not happen. Zach Rogers takes the Dale Earnhardt Special past Dalton Day for 2nd on the final lap. And I think JT Bryant may have got him. Nope, he got 4th. Here, Dalton Day holds on for 3rd. With Linda Acavito, a fine run in 6th position. I'm trying to see who came in 5th here. It looked like, I think Hudson. Yep. Hudson got 5th. So a great race here today at Las Vegas. Average speed 187.365. A competitive race here today. We gave you the top 5. JT Bryant came home 4th. A good solid run for him. Linda Acavito 6th. Joshua Balkowitz 7th. Benjamin Miles comes home 8th. Peyton Beasley, a quiet 9th place run for him. And Kayla Smith, a good fine run for her, coming home in 10th.
A couple of names we never really mentioned during the race having a solid run. Levi McIntyre in the 12th position. Right there, Dougie Shears 14th, Henry Sanford 15th, and Justice Shelton will be 16th. I think she should get the points lead with that run.
But Jeffrey Finga coming behind her, so Finga may still have a 1-point advantage actually after out of Las Vegas. He came in 2 points ahead of Shelton.
Oh wow!
So fine, so good comeback for Finga, and a little early to talk about points though, but never too early to start thinking about points because points earns championships.
Well, this series in the Dr. Pepper Cup Series, no chase involved here, so every race is important.
And of course, you mentioned Levi McIntyre, a fine run, 12th place position, a good run for Thrash Maniac Racing. Grant Racing Acabito comes home in 18th position. Kev Shearer 19th, and Luke Walker, nice 20th place run here today. Dylan Thoreau, John Arndt, Keith Batson, Madeline Beasley, Marty Johnson, Dylan Young, Jonathan Zorlin, and Seth Cole. And then some notables down there. Zach Flickinger dead last in the field here. Cat Tellier, Batson Racing having another subpar day. Keith in 23rd, Cat Tellier in 40th.
See last week's winner, Austin LaPlante, 29th. Not the way they wanted to
debut the Pepsi colors.
Exactly.
But you can bet they may get it straightened out for the next race on the tour at Atlanta, Georgia, for the next stop on the tour for that race there. So until then, for Kyle Matthews, this is James Quall saying so long from Las Vegas. And again, congratulations to Joshua Osborne, the winner today of the Sam's Town 300.